But speaking of surprises, right? What's your biggest NBA surprise outside of the Jazz? Because again, that's the universal answer right now.
Mhm.
Like nobody expected them. Like if you're saying you did,
You're lying.
you are lying. So again,
You're
what's
lying.
your biggest NBA surprise so far?
The biggest surprise for me is, I'd say for a team is the Cavs, and I want to say the Cavs not as much because of their record. So I don't think their record is like top of the East or anything, but it's like how quickly they're gelling. Like I did not expect Garland and Mitchell to figure out this quick, and then they're still playing high level defense. I mean, Mobley is looking great defensively. They just look good, and they're figuring out how to use Karras right. Kevin Love's bought in; he's been balling off the bench. Like how quick they gelled, and how they're competing with every team, whether it's like the Bucks or the Warriors, whoever the lead are, they're playing them good. And then you see D Mitch miss a game, and then Garland goes for 51, just like that. So I think that's be my biggest surprise team wise, is how
Okay,
the
that's not a bad one. That's I I'm personally not surprised, but I also understand why you say it. Because
mm-hmm,
when I looked at the Cavs, right, they had Sexton, and I always felt like they tried to give Sexton Donovan's role, and I
mm-hmm,
didn't think Sexton deserved that. Sexton is a solid six man, which is what he is on the Jazz. Donovan was that starting caliber two guard that you need
mm-hmm.
who can pair up with Garland. If he was a little taller, different discussion. Like
Yeah,
the
he be
Cavs would
different.
be possibly my favorite, if not this season, next season, so that way Garland can get more experience in the playoffs.
Yeah,
But that would be like that's the only thing they're really missing. Like that, either a bigger guard, but Donovan cool. So then they got to focus on the wings. But they still got
mm-hmm,
Mobley there. They got Jared Allen there, so they can make up for stuff. Like I'm not mad at you saying the gelling factor because adding
mm-hmm.
something like Donovan Mitchell, that is a
Yes,
lot.
again,
Like that is a lot.
it's a big that's a lot of shots you're adding into that team,
Yeah,
and
that is a lot.
for them guys to take a step back like it was nothing, and the way they and then Donovan repaying that by getting more active on the defensive end again, like he was in the early years of Utah. Hey,
Mhm.
I like that team. I like the way they look.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned Donovan repaying them back because like that defensive aspect was
Mm-hmm.
always a knock for me for Donovan. Like he wasn't the
He just
best
stopped playing it
defender.
those last couple years. He just stopped playing defense. I don't know what it was.
I don't know, but he had the ability, and I always hate
Mm-hmm.
that. Like the players who have the ability, you're not playing defense, trash. But I'm not mad at that one. I think my answer might have to be the Warriors drop off. Like I was not. I'm cool with a championship lull, right? Like you lollygagging a little bit. It's still early. They can turn
Mm-hmm.
it around real quick. Like they in like 2 games they can be in the play in.
Mm-hmm.
I just wasn't expecting like Wiseman to go back to the G League. But like to be fair
Yep.
too, though, he he he's been in the league for a couple seasons. He has not played that many games, so I got to be fair to him. Then,
Hey, whew.
but the most troubling thing is the starters look solid. I think the
Mhm.
starters in the league for the Warriors is like one of the best ones. The
Yeah, they're
bench
still feeling.
the bench is one of the worst. So it's like that's that's wild. Like we just paid Jordan Poole. I'm not a Warriors fan. I'm just saying. But like, didn't Jordan Poole just get 140 mil?
Yep.
Like that's crazy. And I see him trying to become a better playmaker. I appreciate
Yep.
that. But this makes me feel like, all right, either y'all hit really well late in the season, or you're
Mhm.
planning for next season. Like Clay doesn't look as well as he could. Like he still feel like he's still trying to figure
He's
stuff
forcing
out.
right now.
So it's like I wasn't expecting this from the Warriors. I thought they were going to come out not necessarily blazing, but like a fourth seed, maybe a fifth. So the fact that they're not
Mhm.
even in the playoffs, like they're around the Lakers right now. That's
I mean, they're like
that's
10-11 right now.
yeah, that's a little troubling. That's a little troubling. So I think they're 11 or 12, and we're like 14th or
Yeah.
something like that. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. But those are big surprises. But either way,
When I
I
look
don't
at
think.
the Warriors, I
Uh,
think the thing that killed them, I guess because they expected it, is the three young guys just didn't take a step. Like they, one looks like they took a step backwards. Like Kuminga looks like he got a little worse, and the other two just, I don't know. Like I don't know why Wiseman can't figure out how to just block shots and catch alley oops. Like that's all Warriors centers have had to do since Steph got there is Draymond, Steph pick and roll. Just have your hands ready for a finish. Like they never asked their centers to shoot. They never asked to do nothing but set screens and roll to the basket. And he can't catch right now. And he doesn't know how to position himself when people are driving, and it just clogs the paint. So it's just those were supposed to be those three rotational guys that replace like the Gary Paytons and stuff. But they're not looking good right now. You're not taking that jump.
I feel like it's not Wiseman's game, quote unquote, to just be that role player. Like he wants to be, like his game is more like, all right, I can be the star. I can be like that's been what he's used to, high school, college. Like that's just been him. So it's still early for Wiseman. I give him a little bit more leeway. With Kuminga, I'm expecting for you to make like a solid jump. Again, it's still early for you, but you came in the same draft class, to give the context, with Jalen Green. Like you were on the same team in the G League as Jalen Green. Jalen been hooping. I'm not saying you have to be exactly like that, but at least give me role player minutes and show the team that you're confident in that. You don't seem like it. I know you have the talent. I think I'm assuming you believe he has the talent. It's about just showing it. And he did it last season, which is crazy. So I wonder what's going on in that organization. It's just a lot of things that's kind of worrisome right now.
And then it's funny you said that about the Jalen Green thing, because you can think about the players they could have had instead of the people they took. Like I remember, like instead of Wiseman, they could have had like a LaMelo or Tyrese Halliburton, and imagine how they fit within that system, because both of them play that freestyle, just zip the ball around style that the Warriors love. So imagine getting them two, and then maybe instead of Kuminga, or they get Franz Wagner or whatever, and fit him into their system. They look like a completely different team, ready for now and later. But now it's like, we know you're here now, but the later is kind of. Did you guys miss on those picks?
I say that
it's early to say, but it looks like it's trending more toward they're missed on them picks. So we'll see.
Yeah, I say the Warriors. I actually made a video saying that was their mistake, or if I didn't make a video, I had it written down. But I've definitely said that before. They should have gone LaMelo when they were being drafted. I said they should have gone LaMelo because he can now have Steph Curry and Klay Thompson as weapons.
Yes.
Like they don't have to be playmakers. They can continue to be the Splash Brothers, the shooters, and Klay can still defend. At least I thought so, but hindsight 2020.
Poole wouldn't have to be a playmaker anymore off the bench.
I don't think Poole's on the team, and you keep Wiggins now. So now, I'm being honest, bro. And now you have Wiggins. So and LaMelo's not trash on the defensive end, so he can guard two. Steph can guard one.
And even if they reached up for Halliburton, say they reached that 2 for Halliburton,
that would have been like, solid.
I get it because of what
I wouldn't have got it. But the hindsight, though,
because I seen him. So when he was at Iowa State, I saw him play. I'm pretty sure when I was at OU, I went to see him play. And brother, poise and everything he plays with, like it's just like no one's there. It's literally like no one's there. So when I seen him there, I would be like, of course, I don't think anybody else would have understood. I would have understood it. I would have had to see it work. But I would have understood taking that pick because of how he fit within that system is exactly what they need.
If you told me based on archetype, I would understand it. Because again, too, he's a younger guard as well, so he can help. He can help extend Curry's career. So I definitely get that. Now, we gonna still have basketball, right? We still gonna have basketball.
Okay.
But we gotta treat the ladies properly. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta go ahead and do this one time for the one time. Oh, I
No, you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I gotta go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. You know we get buckets around here, too.